Castle Clash and YouTube? It's your dude Cyrus, and today I want to talk about crests, what they're for, and why they're so important. Different crests do different things, as you all know. They give you a second talent. Some crests are more useful than others, but today we're going to take a look at Minotaur specifically because why? Well, I just got him and he is so much fun to use. I cannot begin to describe how much fun he is. And now you see right there I got him with a sprint crest, which, let me just grab these resources real quick. I'm sorry I'm rambling a little bit, but as you see I had sprint 2 on him. I had that mostly for arena, but we're gonna go ahead and grab this magic and we'll walk you through this video and show you why it's important to have the right crest on the right hero, because you can see just what happens. Now, we're gonna go ahead and run some solo dungeons with Minotaur with the sprint crest, just to see how he does. Sprint gives you a little bit of attack boost, obviously a speed boost, increases your speed by 20% at level 2, which he is right now. And you see he almost kills those towers, and on the second proc he does. But there's still a lot of buildings left after 2 procs. So, and then there's a third. And here comes, keep going, and on his last proc, okay, he didn't proc a 4th time, but you see, it took him about, well, let's call it 4. We'll say it was 4 times that his skill needed to go off in order for him to clear that same dungeon. But let's go back in over to Minotaur. We're going to do the same thing, only we're going to equip him with a different crest set. And that crest set is War God 2, or level 2 War God, 2 of 5 War God. I don't know what you're supposed to call it, but it's a War God and it's got a little 2 in blue. So there. And not only does it give us an additional 15% attack, but it also gives us 557 extra attack on top of his inscription level. So inscriptions play a big part too. You know, you can inscribe your heroes all the way up and not put a crest on there, and it'll still do a considerable amount of damage. So we're going to drop in the same spot, drop our same magic, and we got it off before. And you see he takes out all those ground troops first, and then his next one, boom, look at that, so many more buildings gone. Feel free to correct me in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot less buildings. So see, here's his 3rd proc, and it looks like it's gonna, okay, we need to drop some restoration here. 4th proc, okay. So I might have been wrong. So it seems to take about the same. But you see on his 2nd proc, when he targets all those buildings, that he does do more damage to those buildings and doesn't leave them with like a minuscule amount of health. Now I know his skill at 7 of 9 attacks 40 ground troops at random, and it could be ground walkers, it could be buildings. And see, we're going to do the same thing in raids. And we're just going to, this is how I raid now. 1, it helps me level up Minotaur, and 2, look how cool that is. I mean, that is just awesome. I don't remember what the percentage was. I was supposed to pay attention to that. Damn. Oh well. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go back. We're going to switch out his crest. Put on sprint. And I know I should have probably went back and forth ahead of time and then edited the video out, but you know, I'm new to this video editing stuff. I finally got a program that I'm really feeling more comfortable with, so my apologies. So we're gonna go do another raid with similar buildings. We're gonna skip this one because the guy has much higher gold vaults and mana vaults that have a lot higher HP. I'm looking for someone who's got not so many at 18. And then we're going to do the same thing, drop the magic. And the last one was 70 6%. And you see here 34% off the first proc. It's, Sprint's great for arena, but it doesn't compare. We only did 36% damage for that base, and we failed, and we actually lost honor badges. If you didn't know that, you lose honor badges when you don't complete a raid. I mean, it's not a whole lot. I've got 644,000, so I mean, whatever. So we're gonna go back and I'm gonna show you guys how much I'll do with no crests, no buffs from any kind of crest or anything of that nature, just his inscription levels. So this one, nah, that's not gonna work. So I'm looking for as few of those gold laced vaults. That way I know they're not level 18 and up. So we're gonna go here. He's gonna oil on that wall a little bit. And you're gonna see first proc, 32%. Yeah, he got rid of a lot of buildings, but he didn't do nearly as much damage as when he had the War God crest on. Every single building he hit disappeared. So again, it is random. It does vary, so spare me if I'm incorrect. I'm sorry, but feel free to comment. Here we're gonna take a look at arena. Who plays arena anymore? I've started playing it a lot more lately. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's interesting. I don't need honor badges, except that I'm trying to get the achievement to unlock to get those free gems for that 1 million honor badges. So we're gonna run through and we're gonna do a run with no crest set on him, just his skill and his inscription level. And see, their Minotaur had a higher, I think a higher revitalize, and he's a 9-star. Thing you gotta know is if you have a hero with a 5/5 revitalize and they have a hero with a 5/5 revitalize, if their hero is a 1-star level higher than yours, say 9-star and mine's 8-star, they will proc first. Most times. Sometimes I do, but either way, Minotaur's only 4 or 5 revitalize. It's gonna take him 3 swings, which is 1.5 seconds per swing. So we're gonna go back in and do it again. And you see this time with sprint 2, he's way out in front. He's gonna get to that altar so much faster because the bottom lane is shorter and he is just flying. So he gets 1 swing off, 2 swings off, and he's okay. He still got stunned, but there we go. And yeah, okay, so we lost. Well, okay, you can't win them all. That's the nature of the game. So let's give this guy a shot. Let's see what happens. I've got him outranked by a few might titles, but look at that. He's got an Ares. And it looked like it was 5/5 revitalize. Oh man. I don't even want to get into it right now. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about not having Ares. So we're going to change the setup. We're going to put... He has a Minotaur, but he didn't have a high revitalized Minotaur. And I didn't see a high revitalized Cupid either. So we're going to put Druid in there for the attack buff. We're going to put Mortep for his DPS. Throw Minotaur in there. And watch Minotaur jump out front. Hopefully, I don't know if... Yeah, he doesn't have much of a sprint on that Ares, but he is 5/5 revitalized, so but he didn't get Minotaur, so Minotaur's gonna stun, debuff all the ground walkers. Can we get it? Can we get yeah buddy, we got the win. Ever since Vlad came out, people have stopped using Immortep, but on a single target, Immortep is still awesome at damage per second. I've tested it, I've checked it out, and in arena, if you need damage per second, DPS, Vlad's great because he's a flyer, but he's not going to hit that altar too many times. And here we see again, we're going to see Minotaur's going to proc, but then, oh man, this is just, that Death Knight, That was brutal. That was ugh. And he's got a Santa Boom. I would love to get Santa Boom or Ares, not just for arena, but for all levels of gameplay because they just seem really awesome. Anyways, thanks for checking me out. As always, like, share, subscribe, and take care. I'll see you guys in the next one.